What's up, everybody? Today we're going to do another follow-up on the whole Masters of the Universe controversy because, well, fans are still angry about it, and Kevin Smith sent a message to the fans, and he said to people to grow up. If you didn't like it, you have to grow up. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I believe, as a filmmaker, this is a wrong approach. You shouldn't dismiss fan criticism, and you shouldn't frame fan criticism as something else because your ego is being hurt because people are not praising you. The truth about all of this is that when you put a film out there, you have to take risks, right? Sometimes those risks, they pay off. Sometimes they backfire. But there are certain things, especially if you're dealing with superheroes or things that have been around for a very long time, like a franchise like Star Wars, or, you know, people that grew up with He-Man. I'm not calling myself a diehard He-Man fan because I watched it as a kid, the reruns, and I loved He-Man, and every time he grabbed his sword and goes, I have the power, I really loved it. I watched it so many times and it's very nostalgic to me, but I'm not a die-hard fan. And even for someone that watch it as, you know, nowadays, I was like, let me just check this show out. Not as a die-hard fan, I was pissed off. I was like, wait a minute, I came here for He-Man and I'm getting Tila. And it's not even the real Tila. She's weird. She's just angry. She's just being a little... I don't understand any of this. And if you watch my review, I can put it over here. I was pissed off, and I'm not even a diehard fan. Imagine those that are just like were really expecting to see He-Man. They felt that they were lied, you know, that Kevin Smith lied to the fans, because you can't really have Master of the Universe without having He-Man and Skeletor. And not only that, he goes even beyond. He decides to kill them both off the show. And we also have Prince Adam in the show way more than we have He-Man. And I was just watching the old version the other day, and I remember that Adam was buff, you know, he was not like skinny and like not like this version that we see in Kevin Smith version, in which we see Prince Adam really slim, but when he becomes He-Man, he goes like buff. No, the old Adam, he's buff too. He just becomes He-Man when he grabs the sword and all of that and changes into that really sexy costume, right? Let's put it that way. So anyway, so the message that Kevin Smith gave to the fans now is that they should grow up if they didn't like it. And I just think that's very problematic, because you're creating this edge between you and the fans, in which you are being that kind of filmmaker that if you don't agree with what I did, that's your problem. But it shouldn't be that way, because you have to please the audience. You know, if people don't buy your product, they don't watch your film. I mean, who are you making these things for? For yourself? You know, I'm not really sure what's going to happen, and I'm pretty sure that if he had approached this in a different way and said, I'm sorry that you guys feel that way, perhaps when part 2 comes, you will have a different perspective. That's what I would have done if I were in his position. But to tell people to grow up and all of that is just not, it's just making the situation even worse. Now, obviously, we always have those type of fans that go a little bit beyond, that instead of just criticizing a filmmaker's work, which I don't think it's a problem there if you're criticizing that, but they go beyond as far as like attacking their personal lives, sending death threats, which is another level I never understand why people go to that level. But I'm not sure if he got that kind of bullying. But when it comes to fans that do that type of stuff, obviously I'm totally against, and I think that's a little bit crazy and has nothing to do with the work that they put out there. But to be angry at a beloved character that got ruined, yeah, it's your right as a fan to be angry, to rant, to complain, to call him names if you want to, you know, especially when it comes to that particular show. So let's see what is this article saying over here. I'm just going to read a little bit of it. This part where it's saying, much of the backlash to Revelation has been how Smith and team behind Powerhouse Animation Studio series purposely lied to HeMan fans by having He-Man and his alter ego Prince Adam not play a major role in the 5 episodes released by Netflix on July 23rd. In the first half of the debut series, the episode focused on Tila, True, as the travel attorney equivalents of heaven and hell in an attempt to revive Adam after He-Man sacrifices himself to defeat Skeletor. Well, there you go. How could you not be pissed off? If I was pissed off, I loved He-Man. I'm not a diehard fan, but I liked watching him. I like He-Man. I felt pissed off because I felt like betrayed, and I wasn't even, I barely knew that this was coming out. I just decided to check out because it's something I watched as a kid, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, where is He-Man? And why is Tila so weird? Why does she have to be so angry? Why is she mad that, you're someone that you really like just died, and instead of you being there to support, you're gonna be so angry and walk away from everything? I mean, I think that was a little bit too much. She could still be hurt, but I don't think that the Tila from the originals would do that, and she was just weird. I don't know. I just have a completely different perspective of strong females. I don't really think they need to look like that or act angry. That is not what makes you a strong person, the opposite. I think that you can indeed be very sensitive, have your femininity shouldn't have anything to do with you being a strong and have strong-minded person. One thing has nothing to do with the other. And I just feel that this was done because that's the trend today. And everyone wants to destroy these heroes because, men are bad nowadays. That's what is trending. So let's just destroy all of the beloved heroes. And then Kevin Smith, instead of just talking to the fans like, I'm sorry you guys didn't like it. Like I said, no, he approaches by telling people you should grow up if you didn't like it. And let's see if I can get a quote for him here. Okay, so let's read this part over here. Revelation's first batch of episodes end with a cliffhanger. After Tila and her allies have resurrected Adam, Skeletor is likewise revived by mortally wounds Adam, just as he attempts to transform into He-Man again, which was so weird because he usually doesn't take that long, and it was like taking forever by the power of grace, because like there was plenty of time for him to become He-Man. But anyways, but Wood himself hopes fans can read the cliffhanger for what it is rather than decrying that Revelations has ruined the character he voices forever. Adam's not dead. He's very wounded. So now they're saying he's not dead. Okay. If you want to light the whole world on fire in terms of destroying a fandom, you'd take He-Man out and be like, that's it, he's gone, bye. Oh, okay. So now they're backing up saying, so now they're saying that he's not completely dead. He will be returning. Okay, but he's totally wounded. So Tila would become the new He-Man. How are they going to destroy? I don't know, whatever. Wood said of what fans have seen so far. Now what they've done is they've found really interesting ways to turn the dynamics of the show on its head and raise the stakes to a point the original never saw. That's the thing. The thing is like these filmmakers, they think that they're so smart. And how can we surprise the fans? And I just think that they choose the wrong way to do those kind of surprises, to piss your fandom off by taking He-Man from the whole series. This explanation isn't enough, First and foremost, he's killed right on the first episode. Then he's not there. It's mostly about Tila. Then you brought him back, and then you kill him or not kill him, because apparently he's coming back. And you want people to be okay with, like, you're having a show about He-Man, but he's not in it. And Skeletor is not in it. Like, how can you... It's just not that complicated, guys. It just isn't. There's ways for you to have Tila shine if that's what they wanted, along with He-Man. The problem with all of this is that they don't have balance. In order for you to have this strong, it's all about her, you can have He-Man there. Whatever. I just wanted to say that to tell the fans to grow up just because they're not interested in, they didn't like the animation, I think is just the wrong way to do it. I just think this is just throwing more wood into the fire, let's put it that way. But anyways, guys, this is probably the last video I'm going to be making about Master of the Universe, unless there's another big thing that happens towards it. But drop your comments down below, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.